Hey everybody, welcome to St. Isidore Farm. I'm Farmer Matt, and today we decided to take this Sunday to go forage for ramps. So let's go take a look. So when you're out walking through the woods searching for ramps, one of the first things that you want to be able to do is identify the leaf patches. So this is pretty unique compared to everything else you're going to see in the ground. You're going to be looking for longer leaf that's about 4 inches long and roughly about 1 inch wide. You can see that it sort of varies depending on the age of the ramp. So if you look at this one here, you've got 3 leaves versus 2 leaves. And what you want to make sure that you're doing is looking for more damp settings. That's where you're going to have the most luck with finding these. So if you want to look through for ramps in a lake, around a lake, or around a river, those are great spots. Any place that has water that will be sitting for a while, you just need to make sure that you're looking in the right conditions, because they could be all over the place in one central spot, but as soon as you leave that, you're never going to find anything. So as soon as you find one, start looking in that area, because you're probably going to end up finding more. When you're harvesting ramps, what you need to remember is that you can't just shove your trowel in there and just dig the whole thing up, because you don't want to damage the plant at all. So what you need to make sure you do is go around in a circular motion around the plant, kind of slowly lifting up on the dirt so you can break the ramp loose. So make sure you got a nice clear spot to kind of work with, see what you're doing here. And you want to be a little ways back away from it, just so that way again you don't damage it, and just come up and around plant. So you can see that it's breaking loose quite a bit here now, so you can probably go ahead and lift this thing out of here. And here's the prize. Here's what you're looking for right here. So this is actually a pretty mature ramp based on the size here. They can be quite a bit smaller than this, but you can use basically every part of this plant here. So you'll cut the roots off of here, and you can use this section for substitutes for onions and garlic. You can take the leaves and put them in salads or pesto, anything that that would require greens. When you're looking for ramps and you're unsure of what you're looking at, if it actually is a ramp or not, one of the best methods to be able to do is get down next to the leaves. And if you smell those leaves, you can get quite a bit of a oniony, garlicky flavor to it. And down here especially, really get that smell. So that's one way after you've dug them up to make sure that they actually are ramps. If you're not sure, that's the best way to decide on if you should keep it or not. Once you've got your ramps harvested and back home, the first thing you need to do is to get these thoroughly cleaned. You really need to have an idea of what you're going to do with them before you harvest them, because you got to process them right away. They don't have a very long shelf life. So in order to clean these, it's really simple. All you need is just a little bit of running water, and if you run it underneath here and just start running your hand across, there's a thin film covering these, and it just slides right off. Makes it nice and easy for a quick clean. And also too, you just want to make sure you hit the leaves, because there can be anything on there. Just make sure they're good and clean. Once you've got them clean, now you have to section the ramp out. So you're going to use pretty much everything on this plant, but they're each going to have different uses. So the first thing you got to do is you got to get rid of the roots. So cut down right down on the end here, take the roots off. Next, you want to find where leaves come together, about right here. Cut that off, and now you've got your leaf separated and the bulb. Now that we got our ramps all cleaned up and separated, counting them up, we're going to be using a 1/2 pint jar to store these in, so that's where our measurements are coming from to be able to fit this. So what we've got is vinegar, water, sugar, salt, and pepper. We're going to mix this all together and get it boiling. We got the ramps blanched for about 30 seconds in that boiling liquid, and then as soon as they get done, we put them in a bowl of ice water and we're just letting them cool. So they're all blanched and cooled, so now it's just going to be packing the jars and then putting the liquid in and putting the lids on them and getting them in the fridge, and in a couple of days we'll be enjoying some pickled ramps.